Police also updated recruiting efforts after a judge expressed alarm about staffing shortages. WJZ investigator Mike Hellgren reports from Annapolis at a key meeting of the commission to restore trust in policing.
The commission was formed in the wake of the gun trace task force scandal, and members heard about how officers are reacting to police reform. As Baltimore struggles with crime, at least 23 homicides since the beginning of the year, the chair of the commission looking into reform efforts wants to know if officers are on board with fighting the violence.
Is there any more to that rumor that officers were not arresting people in Baltimore City? We had heard that they had stopped and slowed.
The men and women of our department come to work every single day determined to keep people safe.
Michelle Wirzberger is BPD's Director of Government Affairs and admits early in the consent decree reform process, officers were frustrated.
We couldn't even talk about the policies because officers wanted to vent. They were so angry, they were so beaten down.
The consent decree is now looked at as a handcuff instead of something that's going to help.
But BPD says those attitudes are changing.
Consistent inconsistency. There's been a lot of leadership turnover, a lot of new special projects, and they think the consent decree is one of them. Well, it's not. It's not going anywhere.
The department is also trying to beef up its ranks. The number of new hires was down by 28 in 2019 compared to the year before. The good news, 14 new positions were filled in the first 2 weeks of January.
That's what being a police officer in Baltimore should stand for.
Police invested in new recruiting videos.
It's standing up for a city.
And they've changed the way promotions are handled, admitting the process was not always fair.
Folks got promoted because they knew somebody, they were a friend of somebody's, and that just, that would mean that maybe we didn't have the best and the brightest that we needed.
The department says it's focused on recruiting women and minorities and put its public service examination online and waived the fee for city residents. In Annapolis, Mike Hellgren, WJZ.